one, come on. It's time to grow. Welcome to the Dorian Adams Motivation Show, where we focus on faith, family, finance, friends, and fitness, primarily. But we talk about a lot of other stuff too. So let's get off into today's content, man. What we're talking about today is something that's been coming up, uh, and I see a lot going on lately in my day-to-day, is basically the concept of comfortable discomfort. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of share a little bit of that on what sparked that for me on a deeper level, man. So like literally, I'm running around, bro, and I'm doing my thing. You know, the bodybuilding. Everybody know I'm a bodybuilder and stuff like that. I've had ups and downs with bodybuilding, man. I've traveled all over the country, been sponsored by major supplement brands. I've been coached by some of the best in the industry, right? uh, and you know, I did the whole gambit, man. I did the whole gambit. And the thing is, what I trip on, man, is recently here I had somebody specifically like they hit me up like, "Hey, man, how long it take you to get where you at?" And I'm like, you know, man, I can't count the amount of reps I never did. I can't count the amount of sets I never did. You know, but the thing is, they was interested in training and bodybuilding and all of this stuff, right? Fired up and everything like that, you know, but they never factored in, like, because the whole way they approached me was like they was finna get this thing in like 6 months or overnight, right? And that was the whole thing. Like literally, I can tell the difference between somebody that's dug in, they done trained, and they know what it takes. And this person is just sitting there, like literally thinking, I can pay you, and then I'm literally gonna get what you got in within a few weeks or a few months, right? And so the whole point of the comfortable discomfort, where that come from, is the fact that this person didn't acknowledge at no point in their approach to dealing with me, thinking that they're gonna get what I got, like I paid for this and that's it. The whole thought of the comfortable discomfort was what came in my mind if I was really able to explain to this person what I really had to go through. I had to literally find a way to get comfortable being uncomfortable because of the process of bodybuilding is so abnormal to what I'm used to. It's so regimented, it's so disciplined, it's so selfish, right? You running off girlfriends, wives, you know what I mean, in the interest of the journey, and because your passion for the sport is so dug in, you taking losses, and you literally shutting down, and you questioning everything you're doing because you got to be so strict. And so I understand now that I had to reach a level of discipline and being uncomfortable. So there's a level is discomfort. I had to reach a level of that in order to get what I wanted. So I'm laying that out there to say, in your professions, in your daily lives, what is it? Is this something that you can identify that you can say you needed to experience an amount of pain to get the reward? In other words, let's call ourselves out on some processes that you have a risk reward attached to what you're trying to do. And you understand that, hey, if I gotta risk something to get what I want. So that's the whole part about the comfortable discomfort. Let's identify areas that we need to become uncomfortable in order to get to a comfortable place, because I gotta do what I gotta do so I can do what I want to do.
Pretty deep.
Shots. Okay, look. Everybody got a chopper. Don't y'all stand around there like y'all scared to let off a shot. Let's go.
I go first. I go first. I've been doing what I do for about 18 years now. Dorian give me shit about this all the time. I get up at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah. 2:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. I tell people that they like, bruh, why are you doing that to yourself? I said, man, that's only half of it. That's my easiest commute. The hard commute is coming home. Home, I may work in the South Bay. It take me 3-4 hours to get home, right? But I had to find comfort in that discomfort because my plan is to retire in 2 years, right? Like the Bay pay $22 more an hour than they pay out here in Sacramento. So I'm like, okay, this what is that worth it for what I can, the type of lifestyle I can provide for me and my family, and for me to gain more years? Because for me, I found value in enjoying life. When COVID hit, people like, damn, ain't you going crazy? No, I'm not. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. And I said, you know what? I ain't been programmed. I'm not conditioned that way where I always got to do something. I feel better. I feel more relaxed. I feel more calm. I feel more at ease. I feel like I'm packaging my information when I go to help somebody better. I'm just all in all, spiritually, physically, mentally, more time in the gym, everything. That's my reward. That's my championship.
There you
That's my
go.
championship. Yeah. Yeah. That's my championship. So I made a decision years ago. I must have been like 31, 32. I said, look, dude, so happens you good at this stock market thing. So happens you good in investment. So happens you got a pretty decent job that allows you to take advantage of both. Let's sit down, let's get a plan together. And look, that plan requires that you're gonna have to get comfortable in being, you're gonna have to get comfortable in this discomfort that you have to go through. So if that's your end game, if that's your championship, you want that. You're gonna have to find some comfort in this discomfort. Now, when I started out, I said I was in my 30s. These is things that I wasn't willing to let go. I knew where the finish line was. I had my plan. I'm like, boom, let's go. Monday night, I go to work, come home, I'm good. Tuesday night, go to work, go to the gym, go to the club, back to work. Wait a minute. 31, you can get away with that, right?
Yeah.
But I risked a lot. I didn't know you could fall asleep with your eyes open. Anybody ever do that?
Damn.
With your eyes open and let me tell you, this will fuck you up if it ever happened to you. What happens is you can see everything that's going on. Your body does not react to anything. It's a disconnect from your vision, and your body and your mind are in one. I mean, your eyes and your mind are in one. Your body is asleep. And I've been on the road driving. This shit happened to me. I see the truck going off the road, and ain't nothing. I can't move. I cannot move until my heart beats so fast it shocks me and wake me up.
Mm.
So I just say after a few years we had to stop going out, right? Because because that's a sacrifice. All right, that's my comfort. But hey, I got to get rid of that comfort because I got my championship, and I know I got to win that NFL. I got to win that Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it was a lot of things. I had to leave some friends alone. It was on some bullshit. I'm like, bro, you kind of distracted me. I don't need that. So that's my story about my life, where I am, you know, what my belt is, where my finding comfort and discomfort is every day. So now that's exactly what that means. It's funny that you asked that question, Dorian, because I've been asking myself this whole time, like, what is it? Well, my life is it. It's my life. This is what is my
Mm-hmm.
focus? What do I do it for? Right? So that's what I got.
You know, pain sometimes can happen too without it won't announce itself. You know what I mean? And we could be just perfectly happy with how things is going and just rocking and rolling with it. And then some pain happened that literally open your eyebrows up so damn big, you look like a jack-o'-lantern, right? You be sitting there like, hold on, this can't happen, right?
Right.
And that will be the catalyst to make you reassess and look at everything around you and say, hold on, this is not a pain I'm willing to continue to endure, right? I got to change some stuff. You know what I mean? So I get it that we can initiate that action sometime, but sometimes it comes from left field. Sometimes you know what I mean? Shoot, the discomfort could be a relationship breaking up that you was holding on to. You know, uh, man, for me, a lot of sometimes it's letting my kids do what the hell they gonna do, even though I know better, and I know I'm gonna give them just the same information as their homeboys and homegirls is giving them, but they don't want to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I have to allow that discomfort in order to just let time, let the creator do what he do, uh, and just let everything work itself out. You know, who else gonna jump in there, man?
I'll go. My name's Kapil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I guess like I'll tell you about myself. Like what happened, like how I got sober. Like for like about I guess I've been drinking and using for like probably about I would say about over 12 years. Um, I was one of those guys that like, I'd party everywhere and have fun, but when around COVID hit, like I isolated a lot and I just wanted to stay at home and I wanted to just be by myself and drink and do coke all night long. I did that for
Mm-hmm.
like days at a time, and I would pace back and forth around my house, and I was losing my mind. Like I was up for 4 or 5 days in a row, just on one, and I didn't know what to do, and I was hearing voices in my head. I was pacing back around my house and just hearing just crazy shit, like things like demonic voices saying things like they're gonna kill my family, and or you take yourself out of the picture and no one will hurt your family, shit like that. So I was really uncomfortable where I was at. I had no idea what the fuck was going on in my head. I thought I was losing it, and and that's when I realized like I this is my journey, and I now that I realize it, this is my journey. I had to get to that spot. I had to get
Mm.
there to know where I'm at now, because
Right.
I realized like now, like that day, that last day that I had this last line on my table. My brother-in-law comes in and I'm making the phone call. I'm calling my family members, just telling them what's going on, things like that, and I'm telling them I can't explain what's going on, you know, and I just kind of he talked me out of that one last line. Like, what is it that's one last line? If you could take one line off the table, you could do anything. And it was that day, and I did that. And I had the DTs that night, so I was drinking a beer every hour just to calm my nerves, and I was still hearing some voices. And I finally went to bed, and then the very next day, I felt like this relief though, because I was reaching out to God. I've always believed in God, but I never had a relationship with God. And
Mm.
so what I came to believe in that end and that night was that I need to start doing something about this. And then I started working a program. I went to an outpatient program, and I knew they weren't going to drug test me or anything because it's like volunteer shit. So I kind of just lied to myself, saying that what, they're gonna drug test me, so I'm gonna stay clean. And I wanted to stay clean because I wanted to not be living that miserable life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was ready to off myself. Like I was planning an exit,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and so I decided to start going to these AA meetings, and I just thought this AA thing was like all cliche and shit. Like a lot of people just go there just to because they can't handle it. But then I realized, like, I started going to these meetings, and I saw a lot of myself in other people, and I saw what they were going through, and that's why the journey has to go on. That there is a reason why we all have to go through some shit to get to where we're at now, because otherwise we won't know what's the deep end and what's the the high end. And my whole life, I've never been in a serious relationship, and I've always wanted one. I've always wanted one, but this program that it taught me, like, have a relationship with your higher power first. And because I met someone in the program, and she was beautiful and everything, and I wanted her, but I just felt this off. Like, I felt this thing that was off with her, and then I realized, like, I need to put my higher power, I need to put God in front of me before I do anything. And it dawned on me that I need to start working, and I have that faith in the relationship that I have with God first to get what I want, what I need. And it started to work. Like, I realized, like, now, like, what I'm doing is I'm helping people get off of drugs and alcohol. Yeah, I use mushrooms to do it, but I mean, it's helping them, you know. So it's one of those things that, like, I feel like, I have a purpose now. I know what to do. I know what I can do and what I can do for people. And that's one of the things that I've came across, is learning about this whole program. It's making like that. What I feel is that in this program has taught me that I need to put the faith in everything before I do something. And it's amazing now. Like, I never had a relationship with God. I've always believed in him, but having that relationship, that day-to-day conversation with him, is what I learned, because I never knew that there's a difference between that, you know. But yeah, that's all I got for right now.
Right on, man.
Hey, can I chime in on that real quick?
Yeah.
You want to go to the next one, Dwayne?
No, it's good, bro.
Okay.
I could talk all day on that
Man,
one. Just alone.
what hit me the hardest, and you said it so casually and nonchalantly, but what hit me the hardest is, you said, I realized I had to go through that. I had to get there. And to me, man, I chose my life because I felt like it was more suitable for the theme of tonight. But when you said that, that resonated with me so much. And I remember having one time sitting in the garage at this place I used to live in a few years back, and I felt I was so suicidal, man. It was just everything had pulled on me from every direction. And the one thing, there's two things that get me the most: my kids and my finances. I always make sure them things is okay. I protect that, because when those start falling apart, that's when I start losing me. And I was in that moment. And when I emerged from that moment, it was all of the worst things in my life were actually blessings. It's crazy. I'll give you an example. I had an issue with child support with one of my kids' moms, so I never filed for taxes. I'm like, you raping me right now. We know it, but whatever. Life happens. I get my son full time. She released everything. We talk it over. I was like, yeah, that wasn't cool, but I'm going to take him. Let's just call it even. She's like, okay. This was around the same time I went to go get my house. I filed my taxes, got all my taxes back. I had $20,000 to furnish my new house. Now, had I not gone through that, I'd have blew that money. That's just one of a series of negative things that happened in my past that I didn't know was preparing me for my future. Had I have gave up on life at that moment, I would have never received that reward from God.
Yeah.
So you said that, when you said I needed to go through that, I'm getting goosebumps. Sometimes you don't even realize what you need to go through unless you keep going. Unless you keep going. So I say to myself now, it is only in your darkest hour that your light shines the brightest.
Yep.
So I just had to tap in on that, dude. I got
That's it.
goosebumps on that one.
That's
Thanks,
dope,
Mike.
man. Yeah,
So-
like when I hear that, one thing, and I'm gonna let off. I got a chopper. Uh, but you know, Kapil, your honesty, bro, is that's what shines. Is standing in front of everything else. That's what I feel honest. I'm gonna tell you one thing about that honesty piece. Mike wouldn't have said nothing if he wasn't feeling your honesty. I wouldn't be saying nothing if I.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what sets the stage. On these
Yeah.
calls, a lot of times, that's what propels it forward. We don't have no format of which way we're gonna go. It comes organically. You know what I mean? And so what you said that I want to piggyback off of, you mentioned God.
Yeah.
One, the topic is comfortable discomfort. How I put that together in one is, first of all, I got this thing about putting God as my set point for everything I do, right? And I'm just gonna level set with that. So if I know this is my conscious way of approaching stuff, I can look back and I could put a topic like we talking about comfortable discomfort, and I can use that to apply it to how I see how God operates. Watch how I break it down. It's been no point in time in my life when I could say I was going through something that wasn't meant to be a lesson. You see what I'm saying? It was, I can't say it was a time in my life where I was going through something that wasn't meant to sharpen me up or to get me ready for what was next. See what I'm saying? Like Mike just said, you said it as well. I had to go to this special place, the special situation had to happen. And I realized after it happened that it had to happen in order for me to get the light to go off. See what I'm saying? And so when I tie that in with God, I look at how, if you look at historically, if you look at stuff you might have read in scripture and stuff like that, he does this over and over and over and over again to us, bro. And so the thing is, what trips me out is that we act like it's a struggle to wrap our minds around him doing this when we've been personally ushered through this process over and over again ourselves. You know what I mean? So, like I say, when I consciously start with him as the set point, when stuff happens, it's easier for me to understand that this ain't nothing but a part of the life cycle. How he showed me this, show me that, but he do it the way he do it. So when I understand that, it's easier for me to see it when it's happening, and I don't panic. I don't need to panic no more. I can have pain, but once again, I don't have to suffer because when I understand what's going on, I'm able to just acknowledge it and be still and let it pass. You know what I mean? Or just lean on him to understand what's going on. And then next thing you know, he pulls me through it, shows me what's next. You know what I mean? The ex that I just left, yeah, it was meant for her to leave. Because guess what? I got a damn top model for you over here. You know what I mean? The job that I had, they're taking it from me. Yeah, but guess what, bro? $50,000 a year more over here to do
No
less.
doubt.
See what I'm saying? One situation won't value you, the next situation will. The biggest thing that I have to do is remain steadfast and seeking him in everything that's going on. So when it's time, when I say it's time to get uncomfortable, to embrace discomfort in order to get comfortable, all I'm doing is trying to find ways to seek him more.
Yeah.
Because when I seek him, it's not selfish no more. Now I can release all the stuff that I call myself holding on to, knowing that whatever I got, he gave it to me and he's positioning me for more the whole time. What you crying for because you're struggling? That should be where you celebrate. So that's what I'm trying to say. You should find a way to get happy in your discomfort because it's always leading you to the next blessing.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all
Facts.
ain't even hearing your boy, man.
Facts.
No,
Come on. You
Facts.
gotta find him, bro.
Facts.
Tell the truth.
Facts.
When you get through going through something and you like, damn, I got this now. If you use that set point, you say, guess what? I should have been happy when it was happening. Because I knew what he was doing. I know how he rolled. So I don't look at the situation as, oh, it's killing me. Bruh, if it's over, it's over. But if it ain't, and he just setting you up for success, bruh, you didn't start fucking celebrating right now. In the midst of that shit. It didn't kill you last time. Come on, Jay, what you got, bro?
That's deep.
That was real, man. That was I can feel it. I can definitely I could say that years ago I used to be a victim of just kind of accepting things. I used to be a victim of accepting comfort in my life. Things that may not have necessarily been great in my life, but I knew them. It's like, hey, I got shit over here, but I know what this shit is. Over here, I might have worse shit. So I don't want to go over there and deal with that shit. I'm gonna stay in this shit. And people would tell me the same thing out, and I was believing those types of things for lots and lots of years, in friendships and relationships and different types of things. And I truly knew deep down inside, if I really wanted to get to the point to where I felt I was winning championships in life, like having a clear mind, a clear mental health and well-being, I knew there were some things that I was going to have to change, but it was just, I was so used to some of the shit I had over there. And I knew some of these things were preventing me from winning championships. It's like, for instance, I was in a relationship for 15 years with my ex-wife. It wasn't all bad, but deep down, toward the end, I knew that we had shit. But it was like, shit, I know this shit over here. I'm going to go over here for the uncertainty. I don't know about that, but I knew that in order for me to get to where I wanted to be in my life, to be a better father for my children, there was going to be some changes that I had to make in my life. And there were some tough changes I had to make. And, one day I did make that change. One day I did decide to walk out. I did decide to leave. And it was very, very hard. And in the beginning, I said, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have did that, because look at everything I'm going through now. I had child court. I mean, it was crazy. But I could say something. That's a true story. And I don't tell too many people this. I was sitting at the courthouse over there off in Sacramento off Power Inn, and it said something like, hard roads can eventually lead to beautiful destinations. And at that time, I was going through it. So, like, I didn't want to see that shit. I'm like, no way. But later on down the road, just going through it, seeing the course of everything and fighting for my kids and being able to get split custody of my children. I'm getting remarried to a great woman. Destinations got a lot more beautiful. And I've gotten to a point in my life now to where I feel like I'm really putting together wins. I'm really putting together championships. I mean, I had some wins before, but these are consistent, they're healthy. I made changes in some of my friendships and the people I was dealing with. My intake changed, things I was intaking. My intake was very negative before, so outcome was different. So now I'm at the point to where I'm in a good mental place, good physical place, and championships for me, they're being stacked up. But I had to go through, make some tough sacrifice, some tough decisions to get to this better place now.
Well said, bro. Well said. Hey,
that's
Jay,
some of my story. People ask me.
Jay,
yeah,
that's some good shit.
Yeah.
Appreciate
that's some good shit.
Hey, Jay,
that's some good shit.
One thing about what you said that's so true, man, is you know what I mean? It's like the shit. It's what you said. It's your comfort zone. This is what I know. This I'm familiar with this. You know what I mean? Or just like your past. You can't go into your future without some parts of your past, even if you're trying to shake your past, because your past is all you got. If somebody try to take your past from you, bro, that's your identity. Yeah. So when you say making that change or making that shift, it's like, I got to wrestle with that in a way, because I got to figure out what to take and what to leave. You know what I mean? And if I'm going to
Yeah.
move forward into the
Yeah.
future, I can't take all this shit with me. You know what I mean? Even though it's mine, that's the thing. It's you. See, you can't come tell me nothing about mine.
Hey, you got
You
to
know what I
remember where the
mean?
shit at so you don't step in it.
You got, hey, you can't tell me about mine. This is mine. If you guess what? Guess what? Joker's done experience abuse. Then you know, I know cats done experience like the multitude of stuff, the women, rape, you know what I mean, freaking family shit, incest, freaking molestation, right? At the end of the day, it's something that you carrying with you, but it's how you carry it.
Mm-hmm.
It's am I able to release this and become who I'm meant to be, right? And sometimes it don't get released. You carrying some shit that you don't need to carry. So you need to find a way to release that and move into your future. Everybody ain't there yet. Like you said, you was in a place where that was okay. It was applicable for you to move. But we need to, what I'm alluding to now is making sure that you're available for the opportunity when it show up for you to get rid of the shit that shouldn't go into the future. You can't just say, I'm moving on, I got a good attitude. If you know you carrying some shit that you don't need to carry, because at some point, if you're a realist, you need to be real about the fact that that's going to come up at some point. You know what I mean? That toxicity, you know what I mean? The stuff that made stuff fail before. Because sometimes it's, yeah, I could be walking away, but I'm walking away because I just want to leave with the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it look like I won. You know what I mean? But we taking all of the negativity that we took into the last relationship or the last situation with us. You know? So yeah, what you said was beautiful. I ain't taking nothing away from that. I'm just looking at the different angles on how that dynamic works in different people's lives.
Right.
It's a tangle web, man.
For sure.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
yeah, what amount of diligence are we paying to um, what's next as far as I'm identifying some stuff in my life right now that says, yeah, I gotta access some discomfort. You know, and the reason why I say that is because, yeah, I can say I got a handle on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But one thing about my life lately is that I've noticed that I got this thing about not having no time to waste. And that's why comfortable discomfort came up too, because guess what, bro? I guarantee you right now I'm learning 2 languages. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get more consistent with my podcasting, you know. So these are things that don't just come naturally. It's like I gotta find a way to fit that into my balance, you know? So I'm like, it's not only is it that I could talk about comfortable discomfort, but it's actually a way to get there and hold yourself accountable and say, hey, guess what? I can't just say I want shit. I gotta actually be willing to get this. It's a discomfort, bro. I get up. I got the Spanish. I'm walking around with Spanish flashcards. I'm doing sign language. You know what I mean? We got somebody popping on, but you know what I mean. It's like, bro, fight. You know what I mean? That's the thing. We gotta keep in mind that we are born fighters, bro. We born fighting. That's what we do. That's what we know. But we will run around and find complacency and be lackadaisical about what's going on in our day-to-day life because once again, we know that sweet spot. We know we familiar with the shit that's going on our playing field, so to speak, to whereas we know how to tiptoe around it or whatever it is. But guess what? When you say perhaps I want to go from being a thousandaire to a millionaire, but I'm still gonna keep doing the same thing, bro. There's no discomfort in that. You know how to get to the 1,000, right? But in order for you to reach something and be somewhere that you never been, you gotta go and do some things that you never done. That means you're gonna have to purposely get uncomfortable. You have to find a level of discomfort to fight into a new level. So yeah, guess what? I'm getting up. I'm YouTube video. The time that I could sit around out YouTube video. Okay, let me teach me some sign language. I'm gonna figure something out right now. 10, 15 minutes. I can lay claim to that and keep it moving. You know, who is that? Who is that chimed on? 007, somebody. Whoever you is, you on,
Lion.
Hey,
you
that's
on
my
mute.
son. That's
Oh,
Brandon.
that's B. What up, B? You ain't got to say nothing, bro. But yeah. So what y'all got on that one, man? Some right now today, what area you feel like you need to get
for me and
find
just feedback.
discomfort? Hmm? What'd you say, Jay?
Well, probably for me would probably like having you coach me. I had to get used to being vulnerable. I had to get used to doing some different things I hadn't did before. I hadn't had nobody take control of my training program before. I hadn't had nobody take control of my nutrition program before, and just really just my wife I gave him, full control on that. We're embarking on this journey together. The things that he has me doing, they're working. It's different. It was a little bit uncomfortable at first, but I had to get used to that because I know what the outcome. I believe what the outcome is going to be. It's going to be, I believe, what I'm looking to do in my life. I had to get uncomfortable with really releasing control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
And being
that's
able to
the fire,
follow
bro.
the coach is actually asking to do. Used to running my own game plan. Now it's like running the coach's plan and coaches calling the plays and letting the coach call the plays and letting all the coaches pass and being coached. So that was something different I had to really get used to.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I think that's something that we as men, bro, we need to, you know, even if you do it in secret and not say it on the call, it's like, yeah, we need to always identify something that is gonna press us. You know what I mean? Because honestly, bro, guess what? What 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 use are you? You know what I mean? You getting up, getting given free days, and you ain't got to work for it. You ain't got to do. You just woke up. You just got granted another day just to be cute. Like what kind of thoughts are you processing? I could just get up and do the same thing every day. I'm not required to do nothing else but show up. Y'all see me, y'all should be happy. That you know what I mean? That blow my mind. I gotta find something to be. I gotta find a way to be creative. I gotta find a way to. Because I mean, honestly, it blows my mind to say God woke me up another day and I'm good. I don't need to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's like some of the laziest shit. To be a fighter, he created us as fighters. I can get up and just be lazy today. I don't have to try. I could just, oh, I got a job. I could just do that job. I'm good. I don't know.
I'd have to say for me, I'm working on separating and differentiating and being okay with learning how to accept, find what I need, where and what I need to put my focus on. There's a lot of things in life that you always want to make better, right? Now, all those things you gotta categorize those things. You gotta prioritize, and it's a million different ways you can make something number one. Is it because I'm being selfish and this shit make me happy? Right? I want to grow this muscle right here a little bit more. But I'm like, wait a minute. How important is that? Well, now I got my son back and I got to get him up to par in school. So now I'm putting all these things together and I'm saying, okay, well, you like to spend time watching this show. They come on, every season, come on every week. I'm like, okay, well, I can let that show go. Wait until I can take some days off next summer and watch them all in one day. I got things I can be working on weekly now. So right now I'm in this space of saying, okay, you got too many hobbies. And a hobby is something that you fuck with when you're bored, right? Well, if you just fucking with everything, you're not really getting a lot of shit done. It's only a hobby now. So what I'm focusing on now is really like tuning in and tuning up and sorting things out and saying, okay, look, no. We got to take care of this. All right, let's prioritize some things. Like let's put this first. Let's work on this over here, and then we're gonna do this, and then we'll have some me time left over, and then everything else is gonna have to. If it can wait, it can wait. If we're gonna have to figure it out, we're gonna have to figure it out. But it's there's things in your life you can do later.
Mm-hmm.
There's things in your life that you'll never get the opportunity to do again.
Come on.
And I think as I'm talking to you right now, I said that out loud, and I think I just helped myself realize how I should prioritize. But that's the beauty of sharing. It's the beauty of sharing. I've had some of the most profound things come to my mind and come out of my mouth because I'm telling somebody else. And I'm like, did I just say that shit? Because that's what I need right now.
Come on.
So that's where I am. That's where I'm at. That's
come on, bro. Kapil, I hear you, bro. What you got?
So what I think that like I need to be doing is like things like this. Like I don't jump like normally I would be at like an AA meeting, but like for me now I'm trying to reach out to like other people who don't go to these meetings and who are still suffering in addiction or something like that. So I'm just putting my thing out there in different locations or different areas where they might be listening and saying, "Man, you know what? Like I might want to talk to him about some help that I'm struggling with." So I got to get uncomfortable by doing not the same thing over and over, by doing something else, like jumping on a call like with you guys, or finding another group that is doing the same type of thing where we do a self-help and we help each other out. So I think that's what I'm getting at. What I'm getting right now, what this is right now.
No, facts, bro. Facts.
I dig it. And you know what? You
we
just made me think of something when you said self-help, right? So here I am. I'm thinking about my comfort. I talked about my youngest son. That's so uncomfortable. We get into that another time. We speaking directly about family.
Yeah.
It's such an uncomfortable spot. I'll say this though. I have a son that's sitting in on this call right now. And this dude, like he's like the mini me, but if you got a kid, I love all my kids the same. My uncle told me this. He said, I love all my kids the same. I just like one more. I like that. He said, Mike, fuck that. You got to be honest. I said, okay, I can feel it. He said, what? You love them all the same. You can like one more. I'm going to tell you, this kid, like seriously, man, he thinks about me when I'm not thinking about myself. So I just want him to know that I appreciate him.
Yeah,
all right,
he heard you, bro. Hey, bro, this is what I consider this awesome sauce right here. You know what I mean? Because everybody's gonna take something away for their own individual self. But like you said, Mike, I'm telling you, that was OG right there. Because every time you point a finger at me, you point three back at yourself. So even though you were saying it out loud, you was receiving that too. And you being a realist like you is, it hit you harder than it hit us. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, hey, we gotta dig in, bro. We gotta find a way, find a reason, find just hey, what Biggie said. Biggie said something about all these some he was saying something about so many guys here. He gotta fight somebody, and then all the girls here, he gotta take one of them home. Like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta do what it do. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's an
Right.
opportunity, bro. I'm here. It's like I ain't here for nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I mean, just to speak further on, man, being willing to dig in and identify the areas in your life where you haven't shined the light on it. I ain't shined the light on it. I got to get uncomfortable because I haven't shined the light on it because it's going to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I got to identify areas in my life like that because guess what? When I show up all of those areas, I ain't doing them but getting stronger and stronger. That's all I'm doing. I'm getting stronger and stronger. And the thing is, man, the man upstairs, he can only use you in so much of a capacity, man, if you still trying not to identify reasons to be relevant, reasons to even freaking try. He can't work with you like that, bro. This dude is one of the best investors ever. So if he giving you love and he's showing you something, and then you tell him I ain't fucking it up, bro. I don't even need that. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna. How he gonna trust you with someone? What name one business partner you done ever had that you done messed up the money, and then you say, bro, man, it's all good, this and that. He like, yeah, he might shake your hand too, but he ain't finna mess with you no more. You see what I'm saying?
Hell
And
no.
we have to understand that's the opportunity that's on our plate at any given moment. I gotta be a good um investment partner. You know what I mean? I did a video a while back and it was called Invest with Your Chest. Just like we talk with our chest, you gotta invest with your chest. If it's me, if it's you, if it's your endeavors, if it's the man upstairs, you gotta invest with your chest. Especially with him, he gonna give it back way more than you can give him. You know, so we gotta fight, bro. Let's pick up the fight. How y'all doing, man? Y'all ready to
Good,
shut it
man.
down?
Thanks for the good talk, man, for sure. But I'm really been enjoying this conversation, man. This conversation about talking about being uncomfortable, different. It's hard for a lot of people because our human brains we're trained to really operate in a position in a operational mode of comfort and kind of like the same type of routine and program. It's kind of how people are programmed, and to really grow and really expand, you have to really break out of that, and you have to become uncomfortable and go through a little bit of that scariness in order to get to that other side. But most people unfortunately go back the other way because it's easy, because it's comfortable.
Absolutely.
The
You know
comfort
what I
though don't
mean?
mean good.
No, because you already experiencing that. So there's no change in that. There's no, you know what I mean? Ain't that doesn't be comfort me. Ain't nothing happening.
Hey,
I'll
Ain't
be
nothing.
real with
There's no
you.
growth in comfort, bro.
hey, wait, right there,
Everything
right
I've
there,
done in my life,
right there.
everything I've done in my life that was
Go ahead, man.
everything I've kind of done in my life that was maybe a little bit different, or I was taking a risk, or I was taking a gamble. I always had people around me saying, "Man, why you do that? Why you doing that?" And then I would come out the other side successful. They would clap for me, but I would have people asking me like, "Why are you doing that? Why do you want to do that? We don't got to. You got this over here. You good? Why are you willing to risk putting yourself out there?" I said, I'm built like that. This just I feel I need to do this. And I try to motivate others, to be able to do the same. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to tap in on what you said last, Dorian. That resonated with me. Maybe think of an experience of just the other day, me and you running into each other. And now it's funny how you used that. You said there's no growth in comfort. So me and Dorian know each other from the gym. Other day I'm doing incline bench, right? Dorian come over, he said, "Man, that's cute." He said, "That was a cute set you just did." He said, "Man, I know you can do better than that." He right, I could. I was doing what's comfortable. I'm trying to get through this. I'm not, but there ain't no growth in that. It's so synonymous in our relationship because we always say steel sharpens steel. We sharpen each other. So if he see me doing this cute workout, he like, "Nah, bro, I feel better for you than that." He said, "Come on, man, give him to me." And I already knew what he was talking about. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. But you know what? I had to make myself uncomfortable, right? And then because I knew what to do, it wasn't enough. I kind of like was whatever. But sometimes in your life, people come by, whether it be a positive or a negative, they apply uncomfort. And you can use that as your strength to grow. So that's what I just want to chime in because you hit me with that.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So if I could just throw one takeaway just to piggyback right there off of that what you just said, Mike, is that we need to use this as an indicator that if I'm not experiencing some discomfort, I'm not growing.
Not growing. Yeah.
And so now when you ask yourself how bad you want it, ask yourself how much discomfort you're experiencing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that should tell you if I ain't experiencing no discomfort, I must don't want it. If this shit that I'm doing every day doesn't lead me to some form of discomfort, then it might not even be worth it. I'm definitely not killing the game. You know what I mean? Can't be killing the game. This cardio did not kill me today. I did the cardio, cute cardio, and walked away. You know what I mean? I did 10 sets each rep. Everybody saw me do it. It looked cool. I'm good. No, I was not I did not make myself uncomfortable in that. Right? Come on, man. Come on. We gotta feed that thing. So let's rock and roll, man. If y'all good. Or Kapil, was you finna say something, brother?
No, I'm good.
I'm good. I think
Yeah,
that's a
thank
good
you.
spot. I think that's a damn good spot right there.
Man, as always, we probably could keep on going, man. But feel like we got some blows in, you know.
Sure.
Let's wrap it up, man. I just want to definitely first and foremost pay homage to the creator for providing this opportunity for us to just breathe, connect, and be, man. Without him, ain't none of this possible. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's my piece. And just I just want to be prayerful and vigilant that it's more going to be revealed to me that's going to allow me to grow and be of assistance and impact to other people around me, man. Just appreciate you guys for being on the call. We look forward to seeing y'all again, man. I'm out.
No, hey, everybody be cool, man. Thank y'all. Hey, thank you for sharing. Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you guys.
Right.
Nice meeting y'all. Hope to see you guys again.
All right.
Yep.
All right. All right, then. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be in there. Hey, Dorian,